welcome back to our channel. This is GaGirls Corner. In today's video, we're going to be talking about a very hot topic. A topic that all Africans can relate to, whether you're Nigerian, Ghanaian, Sierra Leonean, Congo, everyone, we can all relate to that. And the topic is going to be growing up in an African household. So our first discussion is going to be talking back to your parents. If that does not even exist, actually. So I'm going to let everyone talk about it.
Yeah.
Let me know your points.
You can't. You're
You
not
can't even
supposed
talk to grown up.
They said no. It's not allowed.
Yeah.
No.
Like, how dare you? Oh, so it's, I guess it can be related. When we were younger, especially her, Ratusa, because she grew up more in America than in Ghana, she would my mom would say something and then she'll say, "You are lying. You are lying." And then one time my mom looked at her, she said, "Oh, yeah, you are boo, Papa." I mean, and that just means she don't respect. And she kept doing it. It's a problem. You just cannot talk back.
But she was
You
lying.
cannot talk back. You cannot tell a grown up.
Yeah, right. Like, who you be?
When you
the
are at
parent
fault
is lying.
and the
You
parent
can't
is
tell
at
the
fault.
parent is she's lying.
A parent is never at fault.
No.
They
Even
never
though
lie.
you know they are lying.
Yes, you can
Yeah,
say
no, you
that.
just take it as it is.
Yeah.
But then it's wrong because here in school you're taught that if your teacher is teaching something and you know for a fact is wrong, you can raise your hand and say
I
don't agree.
That's
Yeah.
one thing.
But
That doesn't that's why for me I like the culture here, but at the same time I like the
want to
African
instill
because I
something.
want to blend them within our children only because going to work in particular, what I notice is we Africans that came here already grown, what happens is we don't speak back. So someone will be doing something wrong and instead of us speaking back, we end up always saying we're sorry.
Yes.
So it's like we're always apologizing.
For something you're not wrong
to
for.
our children, I like it. Like for them, I like the fact that they are outspoken and they can speak their mind.
Yeah.
But at the same time, we shouldn't forget the respect has to be there.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
Yeah.
But with us, ours, if it's Mogbe Shimo, they just then that's it.
Yeah.
You just let it go.
I said to
You just
Mogbe
let it go.
Shemo, their main focus was to instill respect in us.
Yes.
So it's not to
But we're
shut
respectful
us,
to a fault.
No,
Yeah,
because
yes.
she did shimo. Then when you come here and let's say it'll impact you in everything else you do, especially in your job, your workplaces, because we don't know how to speak up for ourselves and
we don't want to be seen. To
when
us,
they're
we
being
think they're still being
disrespectful.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, you
And literally people will be mistreating you and treating you wrong.
And
Taking
our
our
culture don't teach us to
Taking
speak up.
advantage of you, and you clearly know this supervisor or this
Yes.
manager is really where you're taking it. You should at least say no, I disagree. But because you've not been taught, you just don't know how to
How to
and you feel
speak up.
if you say it, you're being
You are
disrespectful.
false.
But at the same time, we see American kids quickly your response, and I'm oh my god, if I could only get some of that momentum to say something back,
this is just to let everybody know, because we're not trying to go to African-based funds or anything, but everyone out there, if you're watching us, if you work with anyone that's African, sometimes when you see them apologizing or they're not speaking, it doesn't mean they're scared. It's how we've been trained.
Just the way we were
so, and I've noticed a lot of when you're working with someone, because of that, they take advantage of that. And you should know, don't take advantage when you're working with Africans thinking they're scared.
Or with timid people.
It's a way of us showing respect. That's all it is.
And in Ghana we say don't take my leniency for weakness.
No.
Just because we're lenient on certain things doesn't mean we're weak people. We're very strong people, and even with not being able to talk, for us, I would say growing up, we were able to if Danny was wrong or Mommy was wrong, we were able to be I disagree with you, Mr.
Wait,
Martin.
but even that comes with a certain age.
No, it depends on how you go about it.
No, because remember one thing that he said. So me, I'm the troublesome child because I came here so young. I used to always feel I had to say something because in school I'm able to speak
and he
up.
always said, "Shut up,
shut up." But then I realized when I hit a certain age, he stopped saying "shut up," and he was it's not because what you were saying was wrong. It's because you need to know that there's a time and a place and an age level for you.
But have you noticed yourself that when you grew up from that time and now, when you're saying something, there is a difference between
right?
You are mature.
Yeah,
think about bring it out.
Yeah,
but when you were a kid, it comes straight.
You just dropping it. And our dad, Mr. Martin,
quick to
he don't care who you are. No. Like, I mean, you could be like 40, and to him, you're still his little girl. Yes. He will still call you out.
Say things in a nice way. Don't mind them.
No, we all shut up. We all
get it. We all still get it. It's only nice when it's not being directed
to you. That's it.
Hey, I'm not excluded.
I know, everyone.
I'm getting my share.
It happens to all of us. He doesn't care where you are, the time of day. If you're in front of your friends, he does not.
But this is something I would really want our kids to like really move away from and be able to like be vocal. There's a nice way to respectfully speak your mind, and I guess that's the direction that we are more raising our kids. Like, speak your mind, speak up, but say it in a nice, respectful way. Like, you know, some people say in a diplomatic way, whatever it is, but like know how to speak your mind.
I want to talk about using a certain word in an African household. I don't know about everyone else, but in our family, you could not use the word whatever.
No.
Like, you can't just throw it around, and like you could just be like, oh, whatever, I don't care. Like, you don't mean anything by it.
Never mind.
Yes, it's like a taboo. You don't like. What do you mean by whatever?
Whatever means, cause to me personally,
to this day I don't get it.
No, because if I'm speaking to you and you say whatever, I can only get there. It's bogus. You don't care. No, don't whatever me. No, I don't. No, don't whatever. No, yes, exactly. I'm rough.
Yes,
No, but then
try to think about it in Ga, whatever.
Whatever.
No, but you don't use it in such a random context. Think about it. Okay.
No matter context what you put it.
When
you put it in
no, whatever is like Dafiano is fine.
No, like you do a direct translation. Sweetheart, that's not it. No, it's like what was it? Was it stupid? I said to Sister Felicia, because one time we were talking and I was like, you're so stupid. And she's like, me bad. Like, you know, because like in American culture, it's fine to be like, you're so stupid.
You're so dumb.
No, I'm not.
It's a joke.
Yes,
don't joke like that.
Like, see, in an African home, right? If you are talking to your parent, you use the F word. It's very insulting, right?
Yes.
It's like really insulting. But when we were growing up, remember they'll be saying things. They'll be like, I don't want to say the word because I don't know. All the rest of you okay, like you be you, like in our accents, like you. That one was okay.
That one because your mom or your dad is very upset.
But the way they said it.
Yeah, but it doesn't give you the child the power to say it in the house.
Yeah, but like it's just one of those things. Like depending on the way you say it, it can be like casual. Because when I heard like grandma say it, then I was like, oh, we used to say that in Ghana. Like it was nothing. But the way you come here, you're like the F word.
Now you get it more.
Yes.
Okay, so you say it without knowing the full meaning.
Right.
Now we know why they say it.
Because when somebody said it to grandpa, he picked us up. I remember I read a man. He got so mad. He said, so big woman with extra meat on her Like he got very pissed off. Because at this point he understands when somebody uses the effort on
Yes, it's serious.
It carries death. That's funny.
Okay. Another one is gonna be, I can't stand this. Calling every single man and woman auntie
and uncle.
Me too.
I don't know you. And ma, I don't know you.
Yeah, but it's our way of showing respect. Yeah, so anyone older, actually, technically, if you think about it, it's just not anyone. So I think
people
it's a sign of
to
respect when you see that person and you respect them. Because think about it, when you see a family member that you respect, automatically the person is like a mother figure to you. So saying ma, dad, you're already addressing them, giving them that title as I've already taken you as a mother and a father, and then they will accept you as a daughter. Because think about it, when we go to the store, right, when we came and then we tell people, adults, hi. call her hi, keke. They get offended, like, hi. Me and adults, this African girl is telling me hi. She didn't even say, they want you to address them by good afternoon. Even if you add the ma or that way, good afternoon, and say, good afternoon, sister. Like, you know, it's just a sign of respect. But the ma and the da, it's for special people. It's like I
feel like when we were in Pentecost, we called everybody ma and da.
Because think about it, we are growing up in a church.
They are not ma and
exactly. It's a church.
Let me tell you, I feel like our interpretation of like the children obey your parents in the law. Inside the school, they tell us anybody 1 year older than you is considered like a parent.
So you call them like age. You have those that you call sister. You have those that you call auntie.
I think it's
you have those that you call mom. For me personally, if I see you and I feel like shy of you, like the respect I have for you, I have to address you by ma.
But
like, that one is particular people. It has to be
Ghana culture. Everybody
that's
you
the only
see,
people.
or in African culture, everybody you see older than you is you call them
auntie.
Actually, not really.
Yeah,
think about it. It's only when the people are very close in your circle.
Yes, it's
really
respect.
But say for instance, at church, all the kids
that I've noticed they call teachers everybody auntie. Ghanaians, we don't call our teacher auntie.
No. But like at church,
our neighbor auntie.
The kids call everybody auntie.
It's because of the way we are giving. Like Trafina asked me that question yesterday and was like, oh, I really need to show you who really is an auntie.
Yeah, because I heard the man of God say one time, like, when you tell your kids to call somebody like auntie, uncle, you give that person power.
Yes.
You give like physical and spiritual power to be able to like have some sort of like dominion or authority over your kid. So do we want to loosely let our children call everybody auntie?
If they are not in your circle, I don't think it's good. And when it comes to the spiritual part, in Africa, there's a lot. They don't take gun and shoot, but there's a lot of domain in spirit. So as soon as they see the baby and they like the baby and the baby call auntie, and then
give
they
that
take
person
access.
I don't like
But you know what? I don't like it either, Ratusa. But I got so used to like being called auntie like at my church now that when I visited Grandpa's church, you know, I don't know if we should be putting church names, so for now I'm not gonna say anything. But when I went back to DC and the little girl just said Queen, like it kind of caught me by surprise. I was like, I get to Queen somewhere, like I'm somebody's mother, you know. That kind of it hit me wrong.
That's African spirit. It's like when you get to some age, you expect to be respected.
Yes.
Even though it's not demanded.
Respect,
so you should get yours.
Like,
not every child will come and say, Felicia, tell it stop.
Especially if you make a boom or you don't need making a boom. So that child needs to add something to it.
If you don't like the auntie, there is sister. Or madam.
But sister is like more yebonupa feel like the person is slightly old, like a yebonupa. I guess you look at it like sister is like a yebonupa. The person can't give birth to
this
you.
Is what I remember.
That's how I see it.
This is what I remember back home. We used to have a lot of sister and brother. It wasn't auntie. Everybody was a sister.
It was
tiny bit age difference.
But if the person was
sister,
mom, maternal, then
like
you say ma and dad. That's true.
The auntie thing was not Ghanaians. It was Nigerians.
And it is here in America.
In America,
I think the kids find it funny to call some person ma and dad.
Or call the person by the name. Actually, when you call somebody by the name too, people get offended. When you just go Betusa, my mom is calling you. They don't like that.
No, and I also think that like when we're in this country, it feels like no one wants to hear sister say like.
I know.
Like, why are you calling me that? Like, it don't sound normal in public. Like, to introduce the person, this is sister. You know, I think you're more used to the common term or like the generic word of auntie or whatever.
And I think we also find out we found out in America that like when somebody says sister this or brother this, is more on the religious side, like more churchy, like sister, brother, like brother in Christ, sister in Christ type of like, you know,
Okay, I'm gonna leave it as an open floor. Does anyone have something they want to discuss
about the African culture?
About growing up African, anything different?
We have a great culture. Every culture is great in its own. There is always too much to a fault and then too little to a fault. So you just need to figure out what is best for your child, for your family. Yes.
be well-rounded, I think.
Yes.
You can't
let them speak
you
up.
can't be too African to the point where it's like, what's your problem? And you can't also be, and I think I want to say, like, we grew up very like African, but at the same time we weren't all too African, because for instance, like, I think our dad traveled a lot to the point where he saw different cultures, so he was open-minded to like how we address things. Like, I've learned or come to realize that in most homes you can't go to your parent and be like, you're wrong, like, I disagree with what you said, but we have that opportunity where we can sit down and say, I disagree with when you called me this or when you said this. Like, you know, it makes it easier for us to be able to also like voice our opinion when we go to like random places and somebody is going wrong. We're just like, no, that's problematic behavior. I'm going to speak up or something like that, you know. So to a certain degree, I feel like we had a good balance. Yeah. So that might just be me.
I think for me, growing up in an African household like helps. It helped make me into who I am in a sense. So like growing up, I didn't like it. Like I didn't like, oh, I can't say this. You feel like your parents think you're like Jesus, like you're all, you know. But then no, as you get older and you talk to your friends and you see like different family dynamics, like mine was great.
Way better.
I'm glad, because I think like she's saying, like our dad, when we came here, he was able to switch his brain to like the American mentality.
Some don't.
They
still have the typical
so I look at it and I'm
concept.
like, I'm grateful for what
and
we
you
have.
can go to a home, a child can say one thing and then the family don't talk.
African parent is more open-minded.
Yeah, that's true.
But it's also a little bit honest.
You see, I traveled a lot when I was a kid. My dad traveled, but I didn't get it like that. In my father's home, we never had a meeting.
Okay.
It has never occurred that my father would say, I'm having meeting with my kids. Come sit down, let's talk about the issue. So the issue happens and then we never talk about it. So if I'm upset till eternity. If I'm angry, I'm angry. Well, then we don't talk about it.
So you're bottling like all these feelings and emotions.
And they expect you to figure it out. They expect you, the child, to figure it to grow with. It's not good.
It's not.
So everyone is
it can be traumatic.
I've met you guys.
We are used to like that.
We used to do a lot of family.
My parents, we tell them our fault. He'll be watching whatever it is. We never sat down and said there is grown-ups do. Especially when there is a funeral, somebody is sick, something has happened, but not because everybody will say, "I blame Buadie. This girl is a bad child." Nobody actually asks you, what is wrong with you? What happened? Why are you disrespected? They see you do the thing, they don't talk about it. That was my home when I was growing up. My father traveled a lot, but he didn't mix it up. He didn't get that part. He was typically Ghanaian.
Okay, this makes me want us to talk about this, like feelings.
Oh yeah, like how we share
like
feelings
in your homes.
Are you even allowed to express?
Exactly.
You're not. But daddy and mommy, they did well.
Yes.
If
actually your father will let you be upset.
Yes.
Watch you be upset
and eating with her, and then like I'll call her or one of my siblings.
And then you guys talk about
it and tell you this is what you did wrong. I didn't like it.
Speak up my mind. In our home, Mr. Martin gave us this open-minded
type of
I've met them together. Trust me, what they have. Most of the African homes I've experienced, you don't speak your mind. You don't show like the way American kids will show tantrum or just say something and walk away. You don't do that. My house that I grew up, I have my sister, we don't talk. We talk. We can settle issues. That we've never settled a peaceful issue. Like we'll come, okay, you said this, I did not like it. It will bring other stuff. I've met families in New York since I've been in America here, Virginia here, and most homes that I've been with, they don't have it like they have it. So I don't know how their parent did it, but they have it somehow. It looks like it's in they can argue.
We can argue.
Can solve it, and then they can move on.
Like you gotta see us when we argue.
Some Africans
we look like crazy people.
They argue. And then 3 years. 3 years. The problem is still there. You can't say. especially at Santa Fe. I don't know about Ghana people. Ghana people we are katashiwa, but I know then it's gone.
Yeah.
But then these three people, my father is three. Don't get me wrong. I love.
She's one of them.
I'm one of you
Me
guys.
too,
But the thing is, we harbor things.
Hey, yes, now I'm a chatty woman by marriage.
BB Kitwebi, so then it continues. African homes are interesting.
Yeah, it's very interesting.
That's what I would say.
Feelings we
African
don't
homes are
share.
interesting.
I like that subject.
I
Because you know what? I noticed like we don't talk about.
But the next day we are talking.
Yeah. I noticed like around death, we don't discuss it. And it hit me in college, like when we lost Uncle Joel, like Daddy's twin brother. And I didn't like, I was having all these emotions. I think it was hitting me like, what if it was my dad? His kids were very young too. I think the oldest are like my age. So like it hit me in all types of way. And I didn't have anybody to discuss it. It was a professor who was like, are you okay? Like you seemed off for like a couple of weeks now. And then I was like, I lost my uncle. I literally like broke down. And because you guys know me, I'm fashionably late, but I was becoming like extremely late. Like literally I would walk in class like 10 minutes before the class would be over, and he's like, I know you're usually late, but this is like on a whole nother level. What's going on? And I broke down. And I remember when I came home, I was telling mommy and daddy like, why don't we share like when people die and stuff? And they were like, we didn't know you guys needed that.
Yes,
because they didn't know that was also like
something that
we needed, which tells me if we had brought it up sooner, they would have opened. Because we were able to like I can call Princess and be like, you offended me, like when you said this, like, or I'll call Vetusa. Like sometimes it does get like to a point where if you're sitting on the side, you'll think we'll never speak to each other again.
A lot of issues in life need to be talked about.
Yes.
So far as somebody has stepped on your toe or said something you did not like, that moment you're a victim. If you never talk about it, it keep on going on and going. Yeah. So when you don't solve one, you can never solve the rest that will come. That's how I see it.
Adding on to it. It's like the foundation becomes.
Thinking about it, some of the African homes have this concept that when you're a child, nothing you say matters.
Yeah, which is wrong.
So that's how they treat it.
Yes.
A child can be sitting there and the child have wisdom. Yeah. And then they won't let the child talk. They will do everything. Even the own child herself, whether it's a sickness school, they don't involve the child.
Yes.
They don't count children. That's
the thing.
And they're not counting children. Can we go there?
Yes.
At church, they'll be having like programs and stuff, right? And then I remember, especially in Ghana, maybe they did like, I don't know about now, like in African churches, but then your child will be sitting in a seat, and then they'll come and tell the kid, get up, because an adult has
even though your child got there early.
We went to a church program in Maryland, and they tried to do that. I was like, we came early so my kid can sit. This seat right here, he will sit. And he said, like, I was ready to fight. No, we were like, because in a church program, but I was like,
keep saying children are the future leaders.
Yes,
if you don't train them as that from now, then when?
That's they do that a lot. We don't, that's a big problem.
They are able to tell your child what to do, but they can't allow them to sit down
or do like they don't count them. It's like children are not counted as a number, but they are like it's like when they have an event and they tell you 50 people, they've counted 50 adults, they forget that like
the children
have kids. Exactly. So we have to like involve them. Maybe it's us who have to like implement it or like involve our children more so often.
I think I like the way we are, because like even hearing like my nieces or nephews, like my nephew would tell me, Auntie, I'm upset. Mind you, they're 4, and then my niece who's like 5 will be like, Auntie, I don't like this, or like, why are you doing this? Even though like in the moment you get upset, I'm glad because you're speaking up for themselves.
Let them speak up. Only scream or discipline them when they add those attitudes.
That attitude
was like, you need to stop. Check yourself at the door. Like we're not the same. Yeah, we're not the same as
put the attitude somewhere else. For your friends.
I'm glad we're like breaking the mode of like what's the norm as an African, because it's not helping us.
It's not.
And it's not.
Yeah.
That has like a lot of few families you guys have met, and you keep saying, wow, there are a lot of family who have these issues. They don't talk to cousins. They don't talk to brother. And sometimes it's just an argument that needed to be heated up. Let's argue. You see why I like God? Say all that moment is done.
And then you let it go. Actually,
that moment is done.
Yeah, I think
in my mother's house, the girl, that's how we are. What bad no giddy. They don't. They won't argue,
but then they hold it in, they fester, and then I'm just like, but then that also teaches you, because then when you get older, it teaches you not to like talk things out with your children. Because I think like I used to be that way. Like I don't like I don't like confrontation.
Girl, I love confrontation.
She argues, and like me and her, we've argued. But I think the best thing is like, even if I don't want to talk it out, she always wants to talk it out. And like our older siblings like want us to talk it out. So like it's teaching me like, you can argue with someone, you just need to talk it out and let it go.
Because sometimes in an argument, it's just like misunderstanding of like what you said or what she said. But once you start talking, it's like, no, that's not where I was coming from. I was coming into the room with like so and so mindset. I didn't know that was gonna offend you. But if you don't talk about it, how do you know?
I got that concept from when I was a security officer, and one of the supervisors told me, so far as you know what to say, so far as you know why you did it, you should always speak up. So I never used to speak up when something, you came in late, blah, 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 but I'll be standing there and she said, but you are somebody that you speak, you have audience.
But all of a sudden it's like, capping your tongue.
And then she go, every time you come in, everybody stop looking at you. That means you have that. So why don't you speak up? I'm like, I can speak up. She said, yes, that was when I started. So then I'll speak up my mind, because when you offend me, I used to hold it. Because first of all, when I come, we argue. I don't see the sense of arguing. I don't like arguing, but now I love arguments. Because I've come to believe in that moment, when everything is said and done, it is done.
Yes. And then you have a peace of mind.
Let me be upset.
You have to train yourself.
It's like, I think when we say argument, then it becomes like so serious.
No,
it's a discussion.
It's a debate. Like, why are you not?
Let me let you know what you think. That was wrong. And tell me yours. And let's see where the problem is. But a lot of tribes don't do that.
That's a problem.
I've met a lot of homes, good siblings who don't talk, and you'll be shocked. It's like
something small.
Something so small that at the heated moment, if they have talked about it, they would have been okay. And it's not
necessary.
And another thing, I don't know if it's African culture, Ghanaian culture, or whatever, but when we came here, there was something that our uncle told our dad. It's like, when parents have problems or something, sometimes you have to try to keep it away from your children. So he told our dad that, and our dad was saying, we're laughing like, oh no, because the way we were grown in Ghana, we thought the way we were grown is actually normal to everybody.
That's true.
If my dad doesn't have money, his kids,
we know that.
You see,
that way we know what to not to burden him with unnecessary things.
We're able to help our
Isn't that so
parents,
sweet?
but a lot of
this is why I said a lot of people die.
Okay,
I'll start bringing my family in. My dad was the type of dad who wants you to see everything as well. He got it covered.
Even when you're struggling,
broke, you think he got it covered. So, and my dad also was somehow like you, and he has traveled before. So you know, Africa, when they dress, they will sit in the car, and then he would drive somewhere. Don't be offended. This is just a topic. Then he would drive somewhere in his car with everybody think he's rich. We are from the rich. Then you go borrow money from some small boy. And then I'll be in the car like, child, and I'll be thinking this in my head. But that's the thing. So then, to my father, I don't need to know how. I was telling Mr. Martin, I didn't think Ghanaians pay electricity.
Yes.
No, seriously. I've never seen my dad pay electricity. I'm telling you, the only thing I thought we pay in Ghana was water. Even that one, because in my grandmother's house, when they came and dug the well, it became ours. So people come and charge money, and then some guys come and take. But I've never seen, so I didn't realize we pay, like, even when you build a house, you pay something. I think the land, you just get the land and you build it.
And then you live in it. Oh, no.
So it's an African culture. They don't want a kid to be involved. It's not like your dad. Me, I didn't know my father was struggling. What I saw on my own.
If there's a problem, if he's having a problem.
That's what we did. That's why the children grow up not helping them.
They don't know. Kids don't help.
They don't help.
It's like
it wasn't
you grow up and then
you
just go on
their
your
parents
own.
were heroes. Their parents were paying bills. Some of them don't even know how much rent is in Ghana, or the father. And the only time my father made me know he's paying something that is really hurting him was my school fees. Then when he would count it in front of me,
because the parents want you to know that education.
But no. no, it's really necessary though for people to let their
You
kids
need to let them
and
know.
like we see, okay, like sometimes people say, oh, like it's bad to argue in front of your kids. We've never seen our parents like go at each other before, but like we've seen when they disagree on like an issue, and you can see the look on, you know, grandma's face, and you can see like grandpa just be like, I don't care. But later when they like when he apologizes or when she apologizes, we know when the apology happened. So we see it. So it was like never like anger, like anybody harboring like.
I think the thing is argument.
Yeah.
Okay, y'all. I hate to stop this conversation, but we will be back with another video because we don't want to let all our secrets out in just one single video. So we shall be back.
Don't forget to subscribe,
like, comment, and hit the notification bell button. And also, if you have anything to say, please leave a comment because we want this channel to be discussion based. We want to talk to you all.
Give us more topics too, and we're gonna come on here and discuss it.
Okay, so the GaGirls are logging out.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.